Hello students, a very fresh and beautiful morning to all of you. I hope you all are in good health and taking great care of yourself. As you know students that we have completed our section 1, that is what Lucy found there from unit 6, right? So, and we have also completed reading 1. So today we would be moving ahead with the reading 2 portion. So here there is an table given over here. Fill in the table and you need to write who said to whom and what does it reveal about the person speaking. So let's start our today's class with the exercise given over here. I shall be able to hold the umbrella over both of us. So who said this sentence? Do you have any idea? Yes, this sentence is said by Mr. Tumnus to Lucy, right? So let's see the answers. Okay, so this sentence is said by Mr. Tumnus, that is the fawn, to Lucy. And what does it reveal? It reveals that the person is kind and thoughtful. That means the fawn was quite thoughtful to think about Lucy and he asked her to hold his arm so that he can hold umbrella over both of them, right? Now let's see second one. Don't. What is the matter? Aren't you well? Now this line is said by Lucy to the fawn. And why did she say that? Because she was worried and shocked. She was shocked because she didn't know why fawn was crying, right? And that's why she was worried. Now third one. I am in the pay of the white witch. So here this line is said by fawn to Lucy. And what does it reveal when he is telling the truth? At the time when he was telling the truth to Lucy, he was quite guilty, right? So we can say that he feels guilty while he was saying these lines. Now let's see next one. But you are so sorry for it that I am sure you will never do it again. So this line is said by Lucy to fawn. And she believes that he is a good and kind person and would not do anything bad. So she believes because up to this time she didn't know कि उसके साथ जो हो रहा है उसी के बारे में फ़ोन बात कर रहा है, राइट? एंड दैट्स वाई शी थॉट कि उसने पहले ऐसा कुछ किया होगा एंड दैट्स वाई ही इज़ गिल्टी अबाउट इट. And so he said that you are a good person, so you won't be doing it again, right? It isn't something I have done. I am doing it now, this very moment. Yes, so this line is said by fawn to Lucy and he is feeling guilty and remorseful. That means he is regretting about what he is doing right now. What he was doing right now, what he was doing at that time, that he was trying to kidnap Lucy, right? तो ये चीज़ उसको बुरी लग रही थी. I hadn't known what humans were like before I met you. So again the fawn said to Lucy over here, right? Because he decided not to hand over Lucy to White Witch. इसीलिए वो कहता है कि मुझे नहीं मालूम था कि ह्यूमंस कैसे होते हैं. मैं तुमसे मिला और मुझे लगा कि तुम बहुत अच्छी हो, राइट? एंड दैट्स वाई ही इज़ गिल्टी नाउ फॉर वॉट ही हैज़ डन विथ ल्यूसी टिल नाउ. ही डिडंट गिव अवे ल्यूसी टू वाइट विच बट ही इज स्टिल गिल्टी. उसने जो किया उसके लिए उसको पछतावा हो रहा है. ही फील्स रिमोर्सफुल और गिल्टी एंड ही हैज़ डिसाइडेड नॉट टू किडनैप हर, राइट? So students, I think this is clear to you all. Now let's see question answers. Now here let's see question number A. The night Lucy gets back, she decides to record the incident in her diary. Help her write. Begin. I still can't believe what happened. I feel my heart is still skipping beats. So, जिस रात ल्यूसी वापस गई होगी अपने घर, right? At that day, she decided to record whatever happened in her diary. So, यू नीड टू हेल्प हर राइट द स्टोरी. यहाँ पे कुछ पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं, यू कैन सी ओवर हियर, एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दीज पॉइंट्स यू कैन राइट योर ओन आंसर. बिकॉज रीडिंग टू में मोस्टली जो क्वेश्चन आंसर सेक्शन होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दोज आंसर्स आर टू बी रिटर्न बाय योर सेल्फ. ओके, सो योर फर्स्ट वन के जो पॉइंटर्स हैं, दैट मीन्स सम पॉइंट्स है जो उसने यहाँ पे दिए हुए हैं. यू हैव टू राइट द आंसर बाय योर सेल्फ. Went into wardrobe, emerged in the snowy forest, met a strange creature, invited me to tea, home in a cave, told me many stories, mentioned many magical creatures and happenings, fed me a delicious tea, confessed he was supposed to kidnap me, told me about horrid white witch, escorted me back, so glad to be back safely. And was it a dream or was it real? So students, this is the pointers which you can use to write the diary. Okay, but don't write it too long. बहुत ज़्यादा लंबी मत लिखना, मतलब पूरा चैप्टर मत कवर कर लेना. ठीक है, यू हैव टू राइट अप टू द पॉइंट एंड प्रिसाइज, और उसके लिए यहाँ पे पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं. ओके, एंड सेकेंड एंड थर्ड क्वेश्चन you have to write the answers by yourself. Let's see question number 2 what it is. Do you think this happened with Lucy, or was it a dream or a figment of her imagination? And why do you think so? Now what do you think? Was Lucy dreaming all the time? Was it his imagination or was it real? Right? तो ये आपको डिसाइड करना है कि ये चीज़ ड्रीम थी या उसका रियलिटी था. राइट? So what do you think? You need to write about it. And question number C. Do you think Lucy will go back to Narnia again, and why do you think so? So that is also up to you what you want to write, whether she would go back or not. वैसे तो स्टोरी के हिसाब से वो जाती है वापस along with his siblings, but it's about your opinion. Okay, so whatever you think, you need to write about it. Okay, now let's see vocabulary. Here we are going to study antonyms. Antonyms. Okay, so let's see the exercise of the vocabulary. You need to select the most appropriate antonym of the words in the bold italics. So we need to write down the antonyms. That means opposite of the word which is there in bold italics. Let's read it. The first one. Excuse me, I don't want to be inquisitive, but should I be right in thinking that you are daughter of Eve? Inquisitive means quite curious to get the information or to get the knowledge about the girl. Right? So you can see inquisitive का मतलब amused हो सकता है या frightened टू नो वॉट इट इज़. उसने पहले कभी ह्यूमन बीइंग देखा नहीं था, इसीलिए वो डर की वजह से इतने सारे क्वेश्चन कर रहा था और वो क्यूरियस था जानने के लिए. राइट? सो द ओनली थिंग विच कुड बी द अपोजिट इज इनडिफरेंट. ओके, नाउ सेकेंड वन. हाउ स्टूपिड ऑफ मी, but I have never seen a son of Adam or a daughter of Eve before. I am delighted. That is to say, okay, so here the word delighted means being happy to meet somebody. Right? Okay, so here the opposite of delighted would be miserable. That means very sorry. Right? Now third one. Where eternal summer reigns around the bright city of wardrobe, how would it be if you came and had tea with me? Eternal means something which is peaceful and also permanent and which is not going to end up soon. Right? So uska opposite यहाँ पे है transient, because ceaseless means one which cannot stop. Permanent and immortal मतलब one which cannot die. Right? So that means the same as eternal, so opposite would be transient. The fourth one, done me any harm and pretend to be friendly with it, and invite it home to my cave, all for the sake of lulling it asleep and then handing it over to the white witch. So here, students, the opposite of being friendly is antagonistic. Okay. Friendly means behaving in a good and friendly way, and antagonistic means behaving as if you are opposing that person. Okay, that you don't like that person and that's why you are behaving like that. Fifth one, Lucy was relieved when they reached the lamppost. Again, relieved means she was relaxed and calmed, right? So उसका opposite यहाँ पे होगा worried. Last one, why, of course I can, said Lucy, shaking him heartily by hand. Heartily means happily and with full energy. So उसका opposite यहाँ पे होगा unexcitedly. ठीक है? So students, I hope that you are clear with vocabulary. Now let's move on to the grammar portion. In this chapter, we are going to learn active and passive voice. Normally, the voice of the verb describes the relationship between the action that the verb expresses and the participants. Okay, identified by its arguments. That means whether it may be subject or it may be an object of the sentence, right? So depending on it, there are two types of voice. When the subject is the doer of the action, okay, when the subject of the sentence represents the doer of the action, that means the person who is carrying out the action, then it is called active voice. The verb is said to be in active voice. And when the subject is the receiver of the sentence, okay, when the subject मतलब subject की position पर अगर receiver of the action है तो हमारा verb कौन से voice में होगा? Passive voice में होगा. Okay, so you need to remember that. Now let's read the sentences given over here, and you need to focus on the difference between A and B version of the sentence. So the first A sentence is, Mr. Tumnus put up his umbrella. So here the verb is put up, right? And who carries out that action? Mr. Tumnus, who is in the position of subject. That means the doer of the action, right? And his umbrella is the object. Okay. Now let's see the second one. The umbrella was put up by Mr. Tumnus. So here the umbrella is the receiver of the action, right? क्योंकि doer of the action कौन है? Mr. Tumnus है. लेकिन subject की position पर कौन है अभी? Receiver है, right? मतलब object है sentence का. तो ये हमारा passive voice है. Lucy saw a patch of light. So here the verb of our sentence is saw. देखना. Lucy saw a patch of light. So who saw? Who is carrying out the action? Lucy. So Lucy is the subject of the sentence. And patch of light. Patch of light. What did she see? A patch of light. So that is the object. Or you can say the receiver of the action. तो यहाँ पर सब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन पर डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन है, इसीलिए ये हमारा एक्टिव वॉइस है. और टू बी, अ पैच ऑफ लाइट वॉज सीन बाय ल्यूसी. सो अगेन इन दिस सेंटेंस इफ यू सी, देखने की एक्शन कौन कर रहा है? सीन. हु इज सीइंग दैट? ल्यूसी. और क्या देख रही है? अ पैच ऑफ लाइट. सो पैच ऑफ लाइट इज द receiver of the action, right, which is in the place of subject. So that is how it works. Okay, so now let's write down over here. The subject position agent, verb, that means action, and end position is the recipient, that means the receiver of the action. In the first sentence, Mr. Tumnus is carrying out the action and he put up, that is the verb, and उसका action recipient क्या है? Umbrella, his umbrella. Now first B में subject की position पर क्या लिखा है? The umbrella, right? Then the action is was put up, and who is the on the position of recipient? End position पर कौन है? Mr. Tumnus. Now if you notice over here students कि ये जो हमारा सेंटेंस है दूसरा वाला जो पैसिव वॉइस में है, राइट, इट इज़ इन पैसिव वॉइस, और वहाँ पे एक वर्ड का एडिशन है दैट इज़ बाय, राइट. सो विल लर्न अबाउट दैट लेटर ऑन, बट आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग यू टू नोटिस इट. नाउ सेकेंड ए के अंदर सब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन पर है हमारा डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन, दैट मीन्स ल्यूसी. सॉ इज़ द वर्ब and a patch of light is the receiver, right? Now 2b, a patch of light was seen by Lucy. So यहाँ पे हमारे subject की जगह पर कौन आ गया है? receiver of the action. So we will write a patch of light in the place of subject. The verb would be was seen, and the end position is taken by the doer of the action, that is Lucy. Okay, now if you notice passive voice में एक तो by का यूसेज होता है और जो हमारा verb है वो चेंज हो जाता है. ओके, उसके साथ बी का फॉर्म आता है और साथ में जो हमारा वर्ब होता है इट कम्स इन द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म, जो वर्ब का थर्ड फॉर्म है. ओके, सो नॉर्मली if you notice over here, sentence first B and 2B are the examples of passive sentences or sentences in the passive voice, and they can be made out of the active sentences, that is first A and second A. So while transforming the active sentences into passive, the main changes which include are, see, the first change over here is given, the subject is moved to the end, मतलब it is brought up at the end of the sentence. जो starting में होता है normally उसको हम पीछे ले लेते हैं and we add by before it. Okay, we have to add by before it. Now the recipient of the action, that is the object of the verb, is moved to the subject position. Now remember that subject की position पर वो आ जाता है, ठीक है, क्योंकि नॉर्मली सब्जेक्ट हम किसको गिनते हैं? डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन को गिनते हैं, राइट. बट यहाँ पे पोजीशन की बात हो रही है कि द पोजीशन वेयर द सब्जेक्ट इज बीइंग प्लेस्ड, एट दैट प्लेस द ऑब्जेक्ट इज केप्ट इन द पैसिव वॉइस, and the main verb is changed to appropriate past participle, and the appropriate form of the verb be is added before it. So when we change active to passive, we need to change the sentences accordingly, and we have to add the be form. Be form में कौन कौन से verbs आते हैं? is, am, are and was, were. उसके अलावा आता है will and shall, which is used in future tense. Those are not the forms of be, but yes, we do use will and shall for future tense. And when we change active to passive, हमारा जो verb होता है वो थर्ड फॉर्म में आ जाता है, V3, that is past participle form. Okay. So you need to remember that when the sentence is in an active voice, we write normally subject first, which is the doer of the action. उसकी position पर doer of the action ही आता है. उसके बाद आता है हमारा वर्ब एंड देन कम्स नॉर्मली इट कम्स ऑब्जेक्ट. कुछ कुछ सेंटेंस में ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होते हैं, सो इट डजेंट हैव इट. And when we are writing passive voice, we bring the object first in the position of subject. Remember that. Object comes in the position of subject. Then we write verb. Sorry, my mistake. First we write object which is in the position of subject. Then we have to write the be form of the verb. After that we are going to write the verb past participle. Then we are going to add by, and the last thing we are going to write is the doer of the action. That means the subject, which will now come on the position of receiver of the action. Okay. So remember that only the position of subject and object are changing when the position of object is at the beginning. Right. मतलब जो रिसीवर ऑफ द एक्शन है वो अगर सब्जेक्ट की जगह पर रखा जाता है, सब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन पर रखा जाता है, देन दैट सेंटेंस इज सेट टू बी इन द पैसिव वॉइस. और पैसिव वॉइस में ये चेंज काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. बी का फॉर्म ऐड करना, वर्ब का पास्ट पार्टिसिपल एंड देन द एडिशन ऑफ वाई. ओके. सो इन द एक्टिव वॉइस द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस एक्ट्स अपॉन समथिंग और समवन. Okay, that means that it becomes the doer of the action. And in the passive voice, the subject is acted upon and the action is more important than who performs the action. Passive voice में verb ज़्यादा important होता है, कौन परफॉर्म कर रहा है वो एक्शन वो ज़रूरी नहीं होता है. लेकिन एक्टिव वॉइस में सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट क्या होता है, जो डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन है वो, दैट मीन्स द सब्जेक्ट. ओके. सो लेट्स सी द डिफरेंस ओवर हियर. Active voice is more direct than passive and normally that is the general way in which we speak. हम रेगुलर में जैसे बोलते हैं we use active voice. बहुत कम passive voice यूज़ किया जाता है. For example, the boy kicks a ball. Okay, so here if you see the sentence, kicks is the verb. Who is doing that action? The boy. That is our subject in the subject position, and a ball. That is the receiver of the action, right? And it is also the object. And passive voice calls attention to the receiver of the action. और passive voice में किसके ऊपर ध्यान जाएगा सबसे पहले? receiver of the action rather than the performer. So यहाँ पे हमने sentence change कर दिया. The ball was kicked by the boy. I think here it has to be the ball is kicked by the boy. Yes. Let's see the second one. Sentences in active voice are generally clearer than those in the passive voice. Obviously, जब हम generally sentence बोलते हैं वो हमारा active voice में होता है, इसीलिए वो ज़्यादा clear होता है, right? और जब हम passive voice में बात कर रहे हैं, the receiver of the action is pointed out and the performer is unknown or unimportant. जैसे कि the guilty will be punished, right? So यहाँ पे guilty मतलब the one who has done something wrong और उसको punish किया जाएगा, will be punished. Now who is carrying out the action of punishing? Obviously that would be the judge or the police, right? We know somewhere. लेकिन उसको यहाँ पे mention करना important नहीं समझा उन्होंने. तो यहाँ पे ये जो सेंटेंस है विच इज़ इन पैसिव वॉइस, इट डज नॉट हैव अ सब्जेक्ट. दैट मीन्स द डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन इज नॉट मैंशनड ओवर हियर. एंड इट ऑल्सो अवॉइड्स कॉलिंग अटेंशन टू द परफॉर्मर ऑफ द एक्शन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द स्टूडेंट्स विल बी टेकन टू सी अ फिल्म on Saturday. So students will be taken to see a film on Saturday. So taken, that means to take them out. Who is going to take them out? It's not mentioned in the sentence, right? यहाँ पे जो receiver है जिसको लेकर जाएंगे students, which is the object receiver, but it has been placed on the subject of on the position of subject. Okay, so I hope that the introduction of active and passive is clear to you. Now If we will have time, I would be teaching you the chapter active and passive from your grammar textbook, because that chapter is in quite detail and you would have a clear understanding about the voice. So let's hope that once we are done with our literature course, we would be looking towards that chapter when I am done with this. Okay, now let's move on to the exercise which is given over here. Fill in the blanks with passive form of the verbs to describe the process of making a mummy. Okay, so let's see. It took the Egyptians 70 days to make a well-preserved mummy. First, an incision was made. So here the verb given is make, right? And the passive voice we are going to use here is was made. Make का past participle होता है made. Okay, so made is V3. That is the third form of the verb. On the left side of the stomach and all the organs except the heart were removed. राइट रिमूव का हो जाएगा रिमूव्ड एंड ऑर्गन्स है, इसीलिए हमने यहाँ पे वर्ब कौन बी फॉर्म का वर्ब कौन सा यूज़ किया है, बी वाला वर्ड यूज़ किया है. ओके, you can notice that here we are just going to use past tense. okay, हमने सारी चीज़ें, क्योंकि ये जो preservation of mummy था that was taking place in past, right? in ancient time it was happening. सो ये जो चीज़ है वो पास्ट टेंस में हो रही है, इसीलिए हमारे जितने भी पैसिव वॉइस बनेंगे यहाँ पे वर्ब के, वो सारे पास्ट टेंस में बनेंगे. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, ऑल द मॉइस्चर was taken. So again, taken is the past participle of take and was use किया है जो हमारा be का form है. Taken out of the body and this is called dehydration. Then the body was covered with natron, a salt that worked wonders for this process. Later the body was embalmed. So was embalmed and wrapped in about 150 yards of linen. Linen means cloth. Okay, it was wrapped in about 150 yards of linen. This took up to 15 days. Good luck charms and jewelry were added. Add का past participle होता है added. ठीक है. When this was done, the process of mummification would be considered complete. Okay, so students, this, I hope that passive voice is clear to you. Now moving ahead with the next topic, that is present and past perfect continuous. This topic we would be studying in the next class. I hope that you are clear with whatever exercise has been done till now. I would be sending you the PDF so you can start writing and completing your work. Take care.